Hey guys, thanks for watching Nerf Socom reviews. Today we're reviewing the Nerf Rival Artemis XVII-3000. This is a really cool rifle gun. Basically, it's like, I think it's their first Slamfire rifle gun so far. It's a shotgun pump handle, so I really like the shotgun style guns they always make. They always just seem to be much more effective in battle, especially because this has Slamfire. I can see it's going to be a lot better. It has a 30 round internal magazine capacity. There's like 3 different sections of magazines here. It's kind of cool. I'll show you how that works. There's a railing on the top, so you can possibly attach one of their new attachments. They do have some little sights and little things that you can attach to it now. There's also a sling adapter on the bottom right here and another one right here, so you can possibly attach a nice sling. That would be really nice. You can have it on your back as a secondary or just as a primary, you know, having a sling on it's nice. It does have the cool quad barrel. You might be thinking, does it shoot 2 or 3 at a time? No, it just shoots the bottom one, and then every single time you prime it, the barrel rotates and rotates again, and you'll be shooting the bottom one. For the function of this gun, basically how it works, first to load it, you pull this back, the slide back here, and as you can see, as you pull it down, and right about the bottom, it clicks down and it pulls the magazines down, so you can load the darts or the balls here. I already preloaded these first 2 chambers right here, but what you can do is you can put the balls just right inside of here, and you can do that with every single one. It's actually a lot faster than most other guns. I feel like it is, at least, which is kind of cool. One thing that's kind of weird though is as you're loading it, I mean, if it was my first time, here, let me fire it. As you're loading it, like the first time you load it, you'll see that these balls line up right to here. However, because I have primed it already and already have moved this up, there are 3 more that are up in the chamber over here, and each little individual chamber for the magazines. So when you first load the balls, it'll look like this. You'll have 3 extra. You'll want to push it up, let the 3 balls load into the chambers, pull it back down, and then you can load 3 more because they're already inside of there. As you can see, I can kind of pull them down, but there's one right there. So it's kind of interesting how that works, because it's like you have to load the 30 rounds. It doesn't come with an extra 3, but you have to load 3 into the chamber. So that's kind of interesting. So this gun also does have Slamfire, so as you prime it back, and when you pull it forwards while the trigger is being pulled down, it will fire the next ball. So that way you can just pull the handle back and forth constantly without having to pull the trigger again and again. And you can do it really fast as you can really pull it back and forth. It is a little bit jerky, I must say. I think once you're at this point, there's like a little lock. You have to make sure you have to go far back enough, because if you don't go far back enough, you won't catch the lock and you can't push it forwards. So you want to be careful to always pull it back as far as you can. I mean, just put a lot of force into it and you should be fine. Yeah, so there's also a release button here. So if you have the gun primed and you want to like unload the gun, maybe you don't want to fire it off or something, there's a little button right here that you can pull down and it will release the lever or release the prime handle for you. So you can pull it back, maybe dejam the gun or whatever it is. It's probably most likely the reason you'd want to do that is because there's a jam, and you can push back forwards again and fire. There's also a lock on the gun, so there's a safety switch, so this little button here you can push in and out. You can kind of see it from here maybe. But when you have it pushed to the right side, the trigger's locked. Push to the left, it's free. It's free to fire. So it's kind of nice it has that, so you can, you know, for safety reasons, I guess. Yeah, it's also, just to mention, it's really loud. Surprising compared to most guns. I mean, when you prime it, I mean, that's pretty loud, but just firing it, get to tell you safety, very loud compared to most Nerf guns and even rival guns. For the pros of this gun, it does have Slamfire, which is really nice. It does have 30 rounds of ammunition, which is a lot of ammo. You can fire a lot of shots off. You could possibly do, you know, 2 games without even reloading the gun if you didn't want to reload it during that time. Plus, the reloading is simple and easy. I feel like you can just pull this back and load darts or load balls in there in the middle of battle, push it back forwards, and you can even load it when it's primed or not. It doesn't matter. So you can always just load balls into it whenever you want, which is nice. Also, the range and accuracy, because it's a rival gun, it's really good. I mean, compared to most dart guns, for sure it's great, but maybe not as good as some of the other rival guns on range, but so far I think it's really surprisingly good. For the cons of this gun is very bulky, of course, and I just feel like it's kind of big and it has some unnecessary plastic parts to it. It is fairly comfortable. I like how the grip on the front is larger than most other Nerf guns. It's just meant for a bigger person, which I kind of like, but it does have some extra bulk on some areas, which seems a little unnecessary. Kind of squarey. Instead, they could add some texture to it. Slamfire is a bit jerky, like I was saying. Like, you really need to pull it back, because if you don't pull it back all the way, it may not work in Slamfire mode too well. You have to train yourself to pull it back all the way. Also, I think the range might be a little bit less than some of the other rival blasters, but we'll see the ranges just in a second here. Now let's fire this blaster. All right, so we got a 75-foot reel lined up. Let's see how well this does. I'll first start with about 15 shots, just semi-automatic. Then I'll try doing Slamfire, see how well that does. A little locked up there. All right, one more. Let's see. There it goes. All right, so the balls mainly landed from 50 to 60 feet. However, they bounced and they went a lot farther than that, so you're not going to see them by the reel. They kind of just bounced off the snow. Snow is a bit hard. I realized this gun is actually really accurate. It's surprising compared to some of the other rival guns and, of course, basic Nerf guns, dart guns. I'd say the effective range of this gun is going to be around 40 to 45 feet, probably about 45 feet, which is really good. Definitely one of my favorite rival guns so far. I like that it has Slamfire. It does get a little bit jammy, it's a little bit difficult sometimes, but it works. It works really nice. So yeah, thanks for watching Nerf Socom Reviews. I'll see you guys next time.